The 4-step method to high-performance trading and the 7-step daily routine for high-performance traders are both free downloads. The 4-step method for high-performance trading is about developing the mindset and the routines to increase your confidence and your ability to execute your trading edge in a live trading environment. Constant progress. 7-step daily routine for high-performance traders is an audio program download designed to help traders bulletproof their day-to-day habits, discipline, and develop a winning mindset. Again, the link is in the description box below. They're free downloads. Let's get started. Just reminding traders, if they're new to this channel or if this is the first time you've seen this video, if you go to this playlist, everything you need is in this playlist as it is titled. We go over the templates, the timings, the levels, the behavior of price. This will help to bulletproof your understanding of the best trade setups in the playbook. Again, these are free videos on the YouTube channel to support and enhance the skills and the development of your trading prowess within the playbook itself. Everything you need is in this playlist. Good day, traders. Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Today we're going to be going over the simple template, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday template, front side, back side, and looking at the very basic model, first red day, first green day, inside days. A lot of confusion from traders, but the basic model, will be going over that in depth, and also just a process for identifying opportunities on the front side of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. Monday's day 1, Tuesday's day 2, and Wednesday's day 3 on the front side of the week. And we can refer to that as the escalator. But within those 3 days, we can typically look for opportunities in the sessions themselves for either 3-day setups or 3-session trading setup opportunities. The basic model for trade entries on page 29 in the playbook: 3-day setups, 3-session setups, Monday's opening range and initial balance, pages 31 through 40 in the playbook. First red day, page 58, first green day, page 64, and the inside day signal days for potential false breaks and trend trade opportunities on the inside day. The important thing to understand is that I'm not trying to target or get a direction or catch a move. I'm looking for specific trade setup opportunities that show up again and again and again. And when you understand the escalator elevator behavior of the markets, we're hunting out the templates that start to play into this scenario. We want to target explosive opportunities, whether they're reversal trades or trend trades. Now, traders are going to be trading in different time zones. They're going to be trading Asia, London, and New York. Some traders will be trading all of those. My objective is to hunt out 2 or 3 of these scalable opportunities each week. I'm not worried about trying to catch a move and hold it for 4 days. I'm looking, where can I scale in with the least amount of risk and the greatest amount of opportunity. Now, a really simple concept to understand is everything starts from Friday's closing price. When Monday morning starts, the market begins to auction, maybe back and forth, establishing the initial range. Tuesday typically will expand that range, whether it's in both directions or in one direction. By day 3, the midpoint range of the week, the markets will have often either broken out or coiled back inside. Now, there are different templates. We've talked about the first red day opportunity. We've talked about the first green day opportunity. Now, if a market establishes lower lows and reverses heading into a Thursday, making a closing price above the open, we can have a first green day opportunity, with the thesis being that the market is going to go back through the original high of the day, the opening range. That is a dump and pump template. Dump and pump. Now, the other scenario that we can see is opening range, initial balance. We can see a market pump up and close as a first red day, a day that closes below the opening price. We can see lower lows on day 2 on the backside, and potentially a parabolic move either on day 2 or day 3. A pump and dump template. An example of a pump and dump template. We may see markets just trade back and forth in a trading range. In some cases, maybe on a Thursday or a Friday, break lower for a pump and dump template, a 3-session setup, on the day itself. This can be related to the economic calendar. We could see a trading range established in the week before breaking down on Free Cash Friday or pumping up. We could see a market establish a high and a low and pump up. Day 1 breakouts, day 2 breakouts, day 3 breakouts, as we saw this week, for the monkey hammer collapse from high of week to low of week, and vice versa in the long direction. 3 days of breakout traders in the markets. Today, the focus that I'm going to start with, just to keep things simple for traders that are struggling, is talking about Wednesday being our signal day. Wednesday is the midpoint range of the week. And I want traders to understand that there are trades, there are opportunities in different markets, having a basket big enough to avail you those opportunities, but understanding that the front side of the week can be escalator type of activity. So you can buy something here and get out up here, but the real question is, could you ever trade that with size? Could you ever hold on to that and scale that repeatedly? So understand that my objective is not to try and get into a market and get the direction right. What I'm looking for is to be positioned into a market based on a template where I have the opportunity, as a market's potentially about to collapse or explode in the long direction, where I have the timing, the levels, the behavior of price, the opportunity to potential scale into this trade, and have a parabolic range expansion, whether it's in a reversal trade setup or in a trend trading setup opportunity. These are typically driven by other time frame traders, meaning longer time frame traders, bigger players in the markets that are potential sellers up here, or if we're buying or if we're in a trend trade, we may see a parabolic move coming out of in the long direction as well. Which is why I repeat the phrase all the time: what setup are you hunting? Are you trying to just take trades, or are you sitting on your hands and letting a template set up so that you can hunt out the best parabolic opportunity in the session that you're trading? I have a basket of instruments. I've shown that before. We'll look at that chart again. For Asia, for the US window, 90% of my trades are taken on indexes or gold. I will follow other Asia crosspairs for the Asian market opportunity. I'm looking for 1 or 2 of those parabolic opportunities in the week that are scalable. The other opportunities that will present potentially front side and sometimes backside, maybe 3 session setups. We'll look at some examples of those today. The one thing I want to reinforce for traders is understanding that the escalator activity is where people will get chopped up, trying to sell a high, buy a low. The market may not be doing anything. It may just be consolidating or chopping or moving back and forth. So if you understand the templates, then you have the willingness and the discipline to sit on your hands and wait for potentially either a signal day, 3 days of breakout traders in the markets, a coiled market, and then the opportunity to position yourself into a move where one of these trades with size blows away 10, 15, 20 stressful, mediocre, garbage 50-50 taking trade type of situations. So if you master easy money-making trading setups, your trading can become a pursuit of pleasure. Sitting on your hands, waiting for the markets to set up for your best trade candidate templates, and then execute that model repeatedly. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of misinformation, a lot of overlapping and applying all kinds of different things. And I'll encourage traders to really simplify your approach. Master 1 or 2 setups. Today I'm going to go over some basic frontside, backside weekly template signal days. Once you have a firm understanding, I'm going to build on this. I'll make this available into the course area for traders. But there are different signal days throughout the week for building different types of templates. Now, sitting on your hands and waiting for specific opportunities often will avail traders to significant range expansion trade setups. So the basic type model is Monday's opening range. Monday's opening range establishes the initial high and low when a week starts. day 2 typically will expand the range. So we can see trend trades, sometimes explosive parabolic opportunities on the front side, or we can see escalator type activity as the market auctions higher. We'll expand upon those templates and markets that break out in the front side of the week. But for today's basic model, we're going to talk about Wednesday being the signal day, the midpoint range of the week. This is my approach. Looking for signal days on a Wednesday. First green day, first red day, or an inside day. For this particular video, we'll focus on those 3 types of models. And so that makes it really simple for traders. Now, we'll talk about also today opening range Monday trading opportunities and differentiating, taking escalator type trades on a Monday that are expanding the range versus hunting out parabolic opportunities that typically will be the elevator type of trade setup. Now, if we take a look at an example, gold, just recently, Monday's our opening range. Monday expanded the range and closed in breakout. And day 2 continued to expand that range. Now, often the economic calendar, depending on the weeks and the template, can affect how that market will trade on the front side of the week. We had a first red day on Wednesday, our signal day, our midpoint range of the week, and that market coiled underneath of the closing price of our first red day. We had a first red day signal. That market coiled into day 2 on the backside, breaking down and going parabolic in the Asian window. So a fantastic first red day parabolic collapse in the Asian session, where that market took a little bit longer on day 2, but understanding the pump and dump of the larger template, day 1, day 2, day 3 signal day, coiling sideways on a longer time frame, but also a smaller pump and dump on day 2. The US window puts in our peak formation low. The pump begins back up into our high bull candle. The pump up into our day 3 first red day signal before breaking down after our 12 candle US session window. Parabolic collapse back through the low of the week, a larger pump and dump template. Another first red day example from the last few weeks on gold. Monday's our opening range. Wednesday gave a first red day signal. And again in Asia, a parabolic collapse. Easy money in the Asian window for traders. Some traders hunted out the high of the week reversal. This is a 30-minute chart. And then we see the closing range consolidate back inside. So day 1, day 2, day 3, signal day, a parabolic collapse. And I want to express that a scalable opportunity on this market, whether traders were holding this or entering in the Asian window, a scalable opportunity, one and done, locking in the money and walking away. This is where traders get chopped up later, trying to continue to trade a market with no trade setup candidate. Low-hanging fruit, continuation, and then the chop. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Signal day, parabolic opportunity. Once it's taken out the low of the week, this market can do anything. An example, first red day example, again on the US Swiss. Monday, our opening range broke out, expanding the range. So again, understanding the escalator type of activity, and there can be major red news on these days that will affect that. First red day signal on our Wednesday, major red news gap. A Swiss franc announcement on day 2 on the backside, and the first red day collapse in the London session. A non-farm payrolls Friday. The pump back up into the payrolls candle for the dump third hour. But understanding the larger template helps form a thesis in the session that can be scalable once the news has been digested. Pump and dump template for the week, and then a pump and dump template after non-farm payrolls. Lower low, the pump back up into the low of day, the non-farm payrolls candle, and the collapse back into the close of the session. An ACB opportunity ain't coming back. The first green day example on the New Zealand dollar. Monday, the opening range again. Tuesday, expanding the range to the downside and closing in breakout.
making a lower low on Wednesday before reversing and closing as a first green day. So Wednesday again being the signal day in the basic model, midpoint range of the week, a dump and pump potential template. First green day, page 64 in the playbook, low of day, low of session buying opportunity. We see the trend trade continuation in the U.S. window and the non-farm payrolls blow off after the news release candle. So an opportunity for traders on day 2. Some traders may have held that with the thesis of a follow through heading into payrolls, holding on to a trailing position, but a dump and pump Monday to Friday template. Wednesday signal day, consolidation and parabolic reversal back through the high of the week, the opening range. Another first green day example on the DAX. Monday's opening range was an inside day. We had a breakout on day 2, expanding the range, closing in breakout. A first green day reversal inside day, coiling sideways, a choppy escalator on day 2 on the backside, news release, and a parabolic blow off after major red news on Free Cash Friday, a dump and pump template, Wednesday being our signal day. A first green day example on the euro. Monday opening range. Day 2, expanding the range in both directions, an outside day. Higher highs on Wednesday, our first green day. First green day, a buy low, low of session opportunity in the London window for the parabolic range expansion on day 2. Day 2 on the backside, inside day on Free Cash Friday. So an example of where day 2 gave traders a parabolic explosive range expansion opportunity on a first green day template and an outside day on day 2 on the front side. So the outside day is a signal day itself, range expansion in both directions, the higher high. Now we have day 1 breakout traders in the market, day 2 breakout traders in the market, and we have a day 3 coil, parabolic coil, coming out of our range expansion trade setup opportunity. Another non-farm payrolls example template. Monday, large opening range, market closed in breakout, continued to expand the range on the downside on day 2. Signal day, first green day on our Wednesday. Higher highs heading into our non-farm payrolls, the payroll blow off, and a third hour low of day reversal, parabolic opportunity in a larger dump and pump template. Another example of where when we have a non-farm payrolls week, the week can start for several traders at 8:35 a.m. after the non-farm payrolls release. We have an entire week where traders can sit on their hands for opportunities, which we saw yesterday, the same type of opportunities on gold, for scalable opportunities after all of the news has been digested and the week has set up a template for easy free cash trade setup opportunities. Inside day example on the Russell 2000. Monday's opening range. Tuesday expands the range, and inside day on Wednesday, our signal day, and that sets up the inside day trading setup opportunity potentially. Inside day for either false break or trend trade opportunities. Now, when we have a market that pumps up and coils with an inside day, typically we'll be hunting out the false break reversal trade setup opportunity, which we saw third hour again on the day 2 on the backside. A first red day vertical opportunity potentially in the U.S. window, but on day 2 on the backside, we have lower low range expansion, the pump back up to the high of the week. The false break trigger initially, they trigger shorts as well as longs. So we've triggered and hit the stops on the inside day. They've pumped it back up on news, New York Open, and a third hour collapse into the close of the day. An ACB opportunity on the Russell with an inside day signal day on day 3, Wednesday, the reset day. The pound Australian, Monday, day 1, Tuesday, day 2 expands the range, and inside day on Wednesday, our signal day. They trigger shorts on our inside day before going parabolic in the Asian window on Free Cash Friday. So an excellent opportunity on the backside for traders in Asia, and also an excellent opportunity for the parabolic collapse in the US window on Free Cash Friday. Inside day traders stopped out. High of week breakout traders triggered into the markets, a coiled market underneath a peak formation high, a lower double top heading into our US window, third hour opportunity for a parabolic reversal into the close of the session. Another example of the inside day signal day 1, day 2, expanding the range from Friday's closing price. An inside day on Wednesday. A vertical parabolic move from our Asian gap into our Europe window, and a 3-session parabolic reversal heading into our US window, high of week. And then an inside day coil on our closing range of the week. An example of one currency pair offering traders fantastic opportunities based on a signal day on the backside of the week. We have our parabolic move on the front side for traders in the London window, expanding the range, and a parabolic opportunity on the inside day signal, and a reversal opportunity on the blow off from the high of the week. Inside day example on the NASDAQ. Day 1, expanding the range, closing in breakout. Day 2, slightly higher range expansion. Day 3, our signal day, an inside day. Breakout traders are triggered into the markets. A blow off through the high of the week that fades into the open of our US 12 candle window, blows off parabolic into the New York Open underneath the closing price. Paul Tudor Jones, think of your entry point as last night's close. For the pump and dump, larger template, and the pump and dump on the New York session. Fantastic opportunity, scalable opportunity on the backside of the week for a monkey hammer on day 2, Thursday. Another example on the NASDAQ, Monday, opening range. We have an outside day, breaking boundaries on both sides from the previous day's high-low. A range expansion and close and breakout on day 2. Day 2 typically expands the range. Inside day on Wednesday, and a break of our inside day and pump on major red news, first hour major red news, and a large parabolic collapse after the New York Open, the pump and dump template. Scalable monkey hammer on day 2 on the backside of our template, our inside day signal. So on that, we'll go back, we'll expand upon that. That's the basic model. Wednesday being the signal day. Monday opening range. Day 2 typically expands the range. We can look for a signal day on Wednesday. So the concept that I use with that is certain instruments will offer different types of signals, but what template are you hunting? And as the template is being built, we can talk about day 1 trading opportunities. So on day 1, I'm looking at markets that can potentially be set up as an elevator type of situation where I'm hunting out an escalator trade setup on Monday, day 1, the opening range. One of the types of signal days that can offer that is an inside day on a Friday. That culminates in a potentially day 1, day 2, day 3 trade setup, Friday being the inside day, looking for the false break parabolic reversal. I've got a few examples here. I'll be adding to this. I'll be expanding upon this template, these cheat sheets for traders. But the simplest one to hunt out is the inside day, Friday inside day. Wednesday can potentially often be our high or low, our midpoint range of the week. Sometimes it will be Thursday. One of those days could be an inside day, but in this situation, I'm looking at Friday as the inside day. An example of that just occurred on the euro this past week. We had an inside day on Friday. The market triggered the inside day before breaking down and coiling into our Europe Open and going parabolic straight down through the low of the day, and then coiling, pulling back, and giving a low-hanging fruit continuation through the low of the week. Now, in this particular video, I'll show the templates for those 5-minute opportunities, understanding again the 2 types of trade setups are pump and dump, dump and pump. So when traders are calling every up day a green day and every down day a first red day, understand the 3-day template. opening range, initial balance, signal day. That's the simplest way to start. But then what type of template do you have on the day? If I'm hunting out a pump and dump opportunity, I should have a pump and dump template. A pump and dump template on the day. We've triggered the inside day traders. Pump and dump template that breaks down in our Europe-London window. Think of your entry point as last night's close, meaning if you're selling this market, you want to be in line with closing price. Buyers are trapped above that level. Buyers are trapped above that level. We have inside day traders trapped in the market. This market should move quickly because it has buyers trapped above the previous closing price. And then the low-hanging fruit continuation trade. The next example of that is the Japanese yen. Just as a reversal, a parabolic reversal, a larger dump and pump opportunity where Wednesday was an outside day. Wednesday formed our boundaries. We had an inside day on Thursday, an inside day on Friday, double inside days. One of the areas in the playbook that I go over, that can be an indication of a potential, not only parabolic setup, but a reversal trade setup opportunity. Another example of where Wednesday is our boundary, inside day Thursday, inside day Friday, our signal day. That's what alerts us to a potential opportunity is the signal day. But then on the day itself, what type of template do I have? I've mentioned this repeatedly. If you are taking a trade from the inside, you need to have a parabolic coil that's going to explode, meaning that we have markets that are set up for a range expansion opportunity. And if you're trading from the inside, that should be a parabolic coiled market for an explosive trade setup. Another inside day example on gold. We had this just recently last Friday, where our first red day collapse, an inside day on our Friday. The market broke out immediately in Asia, breaks out of our inside day, triggering breakout traders into the market before continuing to make lower lows. We broke through the closing price at the beginning of our US window. We potentially have a high bear peak formation in place on the day, on the daily template itself. When we get into our US window, we have a lower low. It's a snowplow that begins our pump up into our high of day session. Now, I'm going to reinforce a really simple concept here that my friend Steven has we've repeated this. If traders learn to sit on their hands and wait, this is a third hour collapse. Third hour collapse. First hour puts in a high and a low. Second hour, New York Open consolidates. Third hour breaks down and gives our pin hammer for the parabolic collapse back into our inside day trade signal from Friday for easy free cash on day one, the opening range of our new week on gold. Close on that. I'm going to expand on those types of different templates. My question always is, what type of template am I in on this particular instrument, and what type of template am I hunting? Now, I have a couple that I'm always looking for, my favorite ones, the ones that I think are the easiest to make money on, the monkey hammers. And those opportunities will present, but as the template unfolds, we can be hunting out other best trade candidate opportunities. If you don't know what those are, sit on your hands and wait. Let the larger time frame template unfold. But the simple model that we covered today, again, go over your charts, hunt out different opportunities that can present, but learn to hunt out the easiest, scalable, money-making trading setups. Make your trading a pursuit of pleasure and profitable. Have a great day, traders. We'll expand upon this in the next video. Have a great weekend, and may the markets go with you.